Hey everyone, Daron here. Today I'm excited to sit down with Sean Zapersky from Zapersky Mortgage Services and Citywide Mortgage Services. Sean is one of Vancouver's top mortgage experts, and we're here to talk about the latest Bank of Canada announcement, what it means for all of you. So let's dive in. Sean, the Bank of Canada just made their latest announcement regarding interest rates. Can you break it down for us? What changes were made, and what do they mean for consumers?
Absolutely, Daron. Thank you so much for having me. Well, the Bank of Canada delivered a 0.5% rate drop yesterday. This is the second consecutive what they call jumbo rate drops. So over the past 6, 7 months, we've seen the prime rate and the overnight lending rate go down by a total of 1.75%. So today, prime rate is priced at 5.45%, down from a high earlier in the year of 7.2%. And just to let you know, Drone, 7.2% is the highest interest rate since 2001. So we're talking 23 years was the previous high of prime rate at 7.2. So today, 5.45.
Beautiful. That's amazing. How are these changes likely to affect homeowners with variable rate mortgages or those looking to renew their fixed rate term soon?
Well, all variable rate clients will be impacted by these interest rates. So whether it will impact their payments or whether it will impact their interest and principal portion, that depends on the type of product that the consumer has. But everybody's rate has gone down a total of 1.75%. If they are in a variable, that rate has come down over the past 6, 7 months by a total of 1.75%. How it impacts clients coming up for mortgage renewal really depends. We're in a downward trend of interest rates. We're slowly but surely coming down on the fixed side of things as well. I think someone coming up for renewal should be looking at a variable rate mortgage as an option and see if it's the right fit for them and see if they have the tolerance for risk and their mortgage within their comfort zone. Those are important key factors to take into consideration. But if I was coming up for a mortgage renewal in the new year, I would be optimistic that we're kind of finally seeing some lower interest rates come about, especially on the variable rate side of things.
Good info. What about first-time home buyers and real estate investors? How should
Absolutely,
how should they approach this current environment?
for sure. First-time home buyers, it was interesting. I did some number crunching today, and a first-time home buyer can qualify for the same mortgage amount with $20,000 less income based on these rate cuts.
Wow.
Their payments too. Their payments. I did the same calculation on a $500,000 mortgage. If they took it out earlier in the year, they were paying over $500 more in a variable rate mortgage than they are today per month. That's a
Great.
substantial savings.
Yeah.
Real estate investors, I think it's gonna shorten the gap. I think real estate investors, when interest rates were really high, real estate investors weren't able to, if they're borrowing a large amount of money, the rent wasn't necessarily covering. Now that we're seeing interest rates come down more, we're seeing variable rate mortgages come down by this level. I think it's going to make it a little bit easier to service those rental purchases. I think people still have to be mindful of it and make sure they're making the right decision. But yeah, it's closing that gap between what someone is going to pay and what someone is going to receive in rental income.
Beautiful. But so now looking ahead into 2025, what's your forecast? Are we likely to see rates come down, or should consumers prepare for a prolonged period of higher rates?
It's a great question, Daron. Hard to predict. I think in most cases, most economists are still predicting that we're going to see further rate cuts on the variable rate side of things, or on prime rate, the overnight rate by the Bank of Canada in 2025. Fixed interest rates, I think, are going to continue to decline, but what's happening across the border and a little bit of uncertainty can play a part in the fixed side of things. We need to remember fixed interest rates are based on bonds, and bonds are priced, or fixed interest rates are priced based on the bond market. They tend to correlate with one another, but one doesn't always impact what the other one does immediately. Just because the Bank of Canada lowered interest rates by half a percentage point yesterday didn't mean fixed interest rates followed that same trend. So, I think prediction wise, I think we're still going to see interest rates better in 2025 for sure. I think fixed interest rates are going to slowly but surely continue to decline. And I think we're going to see prime rate decline as well, maybe a further 0.5 percentage point to maybe 1% lower. But we did get 2 jumbo rate drops in 2024 that were really not expected. So all I can say is I'm looking forward to seeing what 2025 brings on the rate side of things. It's going to be better than it was earlier 2024, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's great news. And for those planning to make a big financial moves in 2025, whether buying a home or refinancing, what steps would you recommend they take now to prepare?
First and foremost is always pre-qualifications, right? Is let's get pre-qualified. Let's have clients going out in this market. I've read lots of articles in the last couple of days that feel like that the market is going to heat up a little bit. People are optimistic about, interest rates. So it's important to be pre-qualified and ready to go when the right time is there. We're asking clients to keep open to different options. Take a look at a variable rate mortgage. Take a look at fixed. Don't single out one or the other. We're going to continue to see some changes with respect to rates. So just keep your mind open to things. Listen to your broker, listen to your banker, ask the right questions. Just be prepared that interest rates are going to get better and continue to improve. So just keep your eyes open for things, and the right interest rate will come around.
Lovely. Sean, thank you so much for sharing your insights today. These conversations are valuable, especially in times like these. And before we wrap up, we just want to say happy holidays. Hope you all have a wonderful season filled with joy, love, and time with your loved ones. And thanks for tuning in. And please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with anyone who might find it helpful. See you next time, and happy holidays.
Thank you, Jerome. Thank you very much. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Sean.